Hello there, I'm Chris Lozano and welcome to the Pine Creek Group Realtors channel. You know, I get a lot of questions about just what a HUD home is, and I thought I would put out a video that would explain all about the HUD home program. You know, this program allows you to buy a home with as little as $100 down payment. You heard me right. What if I tell you that $100 down can buy you a home? 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So we all know $100 might cover dinner with your significant other. $40 is half a tank of gas. $60 won't even cover the groceries. So let's forget all that and let's just take this $100 and use it for a down payment. I know it sounds too good to be true. But if you're wanting an excellent deal on a home with little money out of pocket, you've got to check this program out. So what is HUD? HUD stands for the Department of Housing and Urban Development, but in the real estate industry, we just call it HUD for short. You know, I got into real estate in 1992, and this same program was around even back then, but not a lot of realtors even knew about the program. They still don't know about the program. So here it is. A HUD home is a home that was purchased with an FHA mortgage, and unfortunately, the borrower, buyer, owner, lost the home to foreclosure. When this happens, the home goes back to HUD and becomes a HUD-owned home as HUD guarantees the FHA mortgage program nationwide. HUD then lists the property usually below market value, which means huge savings for home buyers that know where to find these homes. Well, the right real estate agent knows where to find these homes, and that's where I come in. HUD also allows you to finance these homes with only the $100 down payment. That's right, it's $100 down. Sounds ridiculous, I know. So let me explain the $100 down payment part, and let's just see if this might save you a small fortune. You know, the HUD home program uses FHA financing, and normally FHA guidelines nationwide, they require 3.5% of the purchase price for a down payment on all FHA financed homes. For instance, if you were to purchase the home across the street with FHA financing and it was listed for $300,000, the down payment requirement would be 3.5%. 3.5% of the sales price, so that would be about $10,500. Now, you have to factor in also closing costs. The down payment and the closing costs always have to come out of the borrower's own funds. Closing costs can equal up to another 3% of the sales price, which in this case could be as much as another $9,000 out of your pocket. So in the regular FHA world, a $300,000 purchase price could equal at least $19,500 or more out of your pocket. And this is why the HUD Homes program is so attractive to buyers. Once again, because HUD wants to move their properties quickly, HUD offers these homes at a reduced price and allows you to put just that $100 down payment instead of the $10,500 required on a standard FHA loan nationwide. HUD is also willing to pay up to 3% of your closing costs, which is another $9,000 for a $300,000 home. So you know, if you run these numbers, you can possibly get into a home with almost no down and very little closing costs, especially if we can get HUD to pay those closing costs for you. So what's the catch? Because you know there's always a catch. You're probably wondering what's the catch. Why is HUD allowing such a low down payment? Well, here it is. HUD homes are always sold as is, which means HUD never makes any repairs to the homes and usually discounts their properties at or below market value. If the home does need some work, HUD allows for a repair escrow up to $10,000 so the home can be fixed and brought up to FHA guidelines after the sale of the home. Since HUD wants to move these properties, here is what they will allow for you, the buyer. HUD will allow you to purchase one of their homes with an FHA loan with only a down payment of $100. That's right, not the 3.5% that FHA requires on any other home. HUD will also pay up to 3% of the sales price in closing costs for you should they accept your offer. To qualify for a HUD home, you must qualify for an FHA loan. You must also use a HUD-approved real estate agent, that would be me. You must also use a lender for the financing that knows and understands and offers the HUD program as well. Not all lenders do. So of course there are always a few more details, but that is the way the HUD program works for the most part. So that's it, the HUD program 101. You know, here at the Pine Creek Group Realtors, we've been selling HUD homes throughout Colorado since 1995. In fact, we have been working with buyers and sellers in all markets and in all price ranges, not just the HUD homes. When it comes to mortgage financing, we have the knowledge to guide you whether it be FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, or HUD home financing. So if this program is something you are interested in, visit our website at www.pinecreekre.com, where you can see a complete list of available HUD homes for sale throughout Colorado. Send me a message or fill out the contact information on our website, and I will be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.